Once again, we would like to sincerely welcome all of you for joining in the Finance Unboxed webinar today with TikTok. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Amar Cole, Regional Partnerships Manager from TikTok's Growth Partnerships team. I will be the host on behalf of the awesome team and crew today. Unboxed webinar is a vertical focused event series of TikTok for Business to help brands and marketers drive growth through successful TikTok campaigns in Southeast Asia. Today, we are looking forward to bringing the latest insights, solutions, and best practices in the finance industry to help your brand grow on TikTok. Throughout the next 60 minutes or so, feel free to ask your questions through Zoom Q&A chat. We will address the questions directly through Zoom chat as well. We have an army of TikTok employees and team members waiting to answer your questions and have conversations with you. So feel free to engage as much as possible in the chat as well. Firstly, before we get started, let's unbox a warm welcome given by Mr. Sung-Yeon Kim, General Manager, Global Business Solutions, Southeast Asia, TikTok.
Hi everyone, this is SY. Welcome to TikTok Unboxed. Now you may be wondering, what is that we are unboxing today? As a rising short-form video entertainment platform, today we are here to tell you that there are always new opportunities for you to unbox on TikTok. With our ever-growing user base, we see our community's increasing interest in enjoying and creating short-form video content, demonstrating the scale of our reach and passion for our users. How do we do it? By creating an entertaining experience for our users. 7 in 10 users visit TikTok when they want to feel joy, bringing diverse users and content onto our platform. This sparks growth opportunities for brands in gaming, finance, food and beverage, and consumer packaged goods and more. Hashtags like EduTalk or Finance Talk are where our users learn through joyful participation with the community and with brands. With our growing scale and diverse content community in Southeast Asia, you can reach our lean-in, diverse, and ready-for-action audiences at scale. Create immersive entertainment experience to engage your audience. And most importantly, empower your audience to make the best purchasing decisions. To help you unlock your brand's opportunities on the platform, we launched TikTok Unboxed last year. This year, we'll continue to bring vertical industrial insights, the latest ad solutions and strategies, and the best practice to help you continuously maximize your success and grow your brand on TikTok. Let's unbox the magic of TikTok together.
Perfect. So as Mr. Sung-Yeon shared, a new era of entertainment has begun right here on TikTok. We're here to explore this era with you to unbox the solutions from TikTok and elevate your marketing strategies for your products and solutions right here on our platform. Throughout the next 60 minutes, we will explore the following main content with you. First, our guest speaker, Ajit from Adjust, will share with us the latest finance marketing insights and trends in Southeast Asia. Adjust is a leading mobile marketing partner platform which unifies your marketing journey. So who best to hear it from Ajit himself? Next, we will listen to the TikTok team made up of different internal awesome teams who make the whole dream work to debut finance myths and uncover the user insights, share key strategies to succeed, and how to finally get creative on TikTok. Because as we all know, creatives are the backbone for every successful activation and campaign on the platform. And at the end of the event, we would like to invite you to listen to a short panel from our industry experts to share and discuss the finance industry trends, their experiences of launching successful TikTok campaigns, and the tips of creating TikTok-style content to drive results. So we have leading brands from around the region, both in agency and banking partners around Southeast Asia to talk about this as well. So the next section, let me introduce our first speaker today, Ajit. He is the APAC Partnership Director from Adjust, and he will go through with you the next section of the Unboxed webinar. Over to you, Ajit.
Thanks, Amar, for the introduction, and good afternoon, everyone. Just to introduce myself, I'm Ajit, and I manage the partnership for Adjust in our region. In today's session, we will uncover some of the finance trends, finance app trends globally as well as regionally. Just to give you an introduction about Adjust. At Adjust, we provide holistic analytics platform that marketers trust to drive the growth and success of their apps. Our growth solutions primarily help marketers for accurate mobile app measurement, automating their campaign optimization efforts, and also help them prevent any marketing budget leakages due to ad fraud. As you can see, it's no more a surprise when it comes to mobile ad spends. It has been increasing globally across all verticals. In fact, you can see year on year growth. It has been quite consistent, steady, and uptick over the last few years. According to estimates, by 2026, almost 70% of digital advertising will be dedicated to mobile versus almost 30% of desktop. So the trend is going to increase. More and more marketers are going to continue to spend their marketing dollars on mobile. And definitely, finance and capitalize industry is not left behind. They have also increased their marketing spends on mobile, and definitely they have a tremendous opportunity to capitalize specifically on the rise of mobile engagement. The pandemic has already accelerated the user behavior to increasingly engage, and who are increasingly engaging and availing financial services on mobile. And the user behavior post pandemic is also going to continue as well. To provide a quick snapshot on the growth trends in terms of finance as a vertical, as you can see, yeah, yeah. In 2021, finance app revenue actually reached almost 3.6 billion US dollars globally, with an average user having at least 2 to 3 financial apps installed on their device. We have also seen that the mobile adoption surged to almost 81% during that period, and almost 25% of the app downloaded globally actually came specifically from finance as a vertical. In 2022, till date, finance app revenue has already reached almost 6.8 billion US dollars. That means it's almost doubling what we had seen previous year. We have also seen almost 19 to 20% of uptake in number of downloads compared to last year, specifically in finance sector. We also see a surge in buy now, pay later, digital wallets, cloud banking, enabled banking apps. It would be worth watching for them in 2022. Also, as more and more people are turning to mobile banking and payments during the push on pandemic, fintech apps have definitely enjoyed a surge in install numbers globally, with Southeast Asia showing a significant uptake. As you can see out here, you'll be able to see in terms of install by growth, all of the Southeast Asian geos or markets are seeing a definite uptick, not only in 2022, 2021, but that will continue in 2022 as well. In terms of for 2022, when you compare install and session data, you can easily see when it comes to specifically a fintech app installs in this vertical in 2020 and 2021, you'll be able to see that almost 57% of the share comes from payment related apps. We have also seen significant growth in banking, stock trading, and crypto apps as well. When it comes to sessions by verticals, you'll also see significant increase in similar categories. At the same time, we have also basically taken into consideration how much user is spending time when they are using one of these financial apps. We have seen significant increase across all apps, but definitely stock trading and crypto is where we have seen a significant user increase when it comes to spending time on the mobile. Reattributions is primarily how users are re-engaging with the app. Not only are they installing the app, but are they coming back on a regular basis? Are they engaging with some of the retargeting or re-engagement campaigns by the marketeers? Again, we have seen a significant increase, or basically the top category out here is specifically banking. Implies banking and payment related marketeers should definitely engage more and more on retargeting or remarketing campaigns. To just give you a kind of an idea, of course, this is a global number, but we have seen a significant uptick in terms of cost per install as well. And one of the reasons why is because advertising or mobile app marketing has definitely increased the engagement of users on mobile app, and that has also led to cost per effective install across the globe. In terms of best practices, of course, now that you have the idea of the scale and the continuous user behavior on mobile app, so to share some of the best practices, one of the first things definitely as a marketer one needs to understand is it's critical to understand the life cycle of a mobile app user to come up with an effective and customized marketing strategy. So ability to understand each and every meaningful user interaction within the app is key to any strategy, and that's where a marketer should focus on. They should not only focus on acquiring a new user, but at the same time, what is the kind of end-to-end user life cycle after the user installs the app, the mobile app user is interested in. It's also valuable to define the customer value. Of course, app to app, the definition of valuable user or value of a customer might differ. But for some of the marketers, valuable user could be someone who basically completes a registration, opens account, makes a purchase or makes a transaction. So if you are able to basically marry or tie that data back to the source of install or the type of campaigns that are performing or driving those kind of valuable users, it becomes much easier for marketers to focus on those particular advertising channels. Having said that, just a quick summary in terms of some of the tips, what we have seen across all of our customers leveraging. Definitely video ads are increasingly effective when it comes to engaging users, and this is true for finance sector as well. But as you must, many of the customers or marketers out here in the audience must have already noticed, TikTok is not only able to basically garner more user acquisition when it comes to acquiring new users, but it also helping a lot of marketers to basically re-engage those users and convert them down the funnel. At the same time, it's very valuable for making sure that the users are able to basically seamlessly have the ad to app experience. They are able to basically go to a specific product page or a promotion which you are trying to drive. We have also seen incentivized campaigns or referral campaigns or invite a friend or influencer type of campaigns performing very well in this sector. It's also, as previously mentioned, high value users driving basically those type of campaigns that are able to basically convert down the funnel is definitely becoming critical when it comes to mobile app marketing today, and maintaining a strong retention strategy as well. Of course, you will acquire a user, but at some point of time, if you want to maintain that user stickiness, it's very important to retain that user through different activities. It could be through your remarketing efforts as well. And of course, when it comes to post-install event tracking, this is where marketer actually gets the gist of that particular user. It's very much important to measure each and every user interaction within the app. It enhances not only the data science or product view for a marketer, it also helps them understand the user behavior and user pattern of their mobile app user. Having said that, I would like to pass on to Alisa, who will be definitely going through in depth when it comes to breaking some of the financial myths. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks so much, Ajit. So I'm Alisa. I'm the industry strategist from TikTok, and I'll be providing insights into TikTok users and debunking some of the common myths that you might have in finance. So according to a TikTok Commission study that we conducted in Southeast Asia this year, 85% of respondents agree that finance is an important topic for them, and they are actively looking to improve their financial literacy. And many also do find that their financial knowledge is inadequate, and this leaves 1 in 2 feeling anxious about their finances. And perhaps at this point, some of you might be wondering, why TikTok? And are TikTok users even relevant for finance? Or perhaps you might think that TikTok users are young and they're only interested in song and dance. So if this is you, let's take a look at this short clip to give you a preview of what's to come.
Millions come to TikTok to discover new things and be entertained. But now, TikTok is also the go-to place to learn about finance in a fun and easy way for our global audience. Discover various finance communities on TikTok who are diverse, active, and highly engaged communities, resulting in 2.7 times growth in video views seen by those who love finance content on TikTok. 2 in 3 discovered a new financial product or provider on TikTok. TikTok users enjoy finance content that is informative, useful, creative, and fun. And edutainment is the way to go. We're bringing finance topics to life like never before. TikTok is the place to level up your financial knowledge. On TikTok, audiences are creating, exploring, and watching. And we're just getting started. Level up your marketing strategy and inspire your brand's creativity. The future of finance is fun. Unlock it with Finance Unboxed.
All right, so we hope that the video has got you excited. And indeed, we are seeing more people coming onto TikTok for finance, whether it's to catch up on the finance news or to learn more about finance. And in Southeast Asia, we have seen finance becoming one of the fastest growing categories with a 2.7 times growth in video views last year. We are also seeing TikTok taking over as the preferred platform for finance content, with 54% saying that they are more likely to use TikTok instead of other platforms. And many claim that TikTok is the place to learn new finance tips and to discover the latest finance trends. And so here we are as we usher in a new era of entertainment where 80% agree that content on TikTok is the most entertaining. And this is made possible with TikTok's immersive full screen sound on format, our hyper-relevant content that's customized for each individual, as well as our community-led and collaborative nature that allows us to shape trends and cultures. For example, the diverse finance community that we see on TikTok. And we also see how TikTok plays a huge role when it comes to influencing decisions for financial products. So based on our study, 69% have discovered a new product on TikTok, while 1 in 2 have made a purchase of a product that they have seen on our platform. And we also find that our users are very active, with 1 in 2 using financial products at least once a day, and that is 1.6 times more than non-TikTok users. So, all right, with that in mind, let's just take a pause for a simple quiz, and it'll be great if you could join me to answer this question. So based on what was shared earlier, what's the growth of finance content on TikTok? So is it 1.5 times, 2.2 times, or 2.7 times? All right, I see a lot of people giving their answers, and I'll probably wait a couple, like 15, 20 seconds for the rest to give their answers. Okay, perhaps last 10 seconds. Okay, great. I still see more answers streaming in, but no worries about it if you missed this. And I think the great job is that most of you got it right. The answer is 2.7 times growth in 2021. All right, so with that, I hope that we have set the stage on why TikTok for finance. And given that finance is such a broad topic, we recognize that there are differences in terms of the user behavior as well as preferences. So for today's session, we will dive into 3 categories to address some myths as well as to uncover the truth. So we'll be covering investing and crypto, digital finance, which includes digital payments, digital banks, BNPL, and loans. And lastly, we'll cover insurance. So first up, for investing in crypto clients, we'll be addressing 2 myths. The first is that TikTok users do not invest. And second is that you're not able to convince people to invest with TikTok. So let's just dive straight in to bust the first myth. So we are really pleased to share that TikTok users are indeed active investors, where they hold on average about 3 investment products. and they are also 1.5 times more likely to invest in crypto. And when it comes to top investment attitudes that our users identify themselves with, the first would be that of an active investor. So they keep up to date with the financial news and they do their research before investing. Secondly, they identify themselves as a trend hunter, where they seek new and novel investment opportunities for higher returns. So that's along the lines of crypto, robo-advisory, and more. Lastly, they also see themselves as a confident investor in terms of making investment decisions for themselves, as well as the investment products that they use. Now, moving on to the second myth. So we see that TikTok is able to drive discovery and inspiration, with 84% saying that they were inspired to find out more about an investment product or provider seen on TikTok. And with slightly more than a third of our users also going on to take action, for example, installing the app or visiting the brand profile. Next, as we look at investing habits across Southeast Asia, it's interesting to note that our users in Indonesia are the most active in terms of current investment, as well as their future intention to invest. On the other hand, we see our users in Philippines ranking, although they are less active at the moment, they are very interested in trying out new investment products in the future. So this is something to keep in mind as well. Next, if we look at crypto, we see our users in Thailand and Philippines being the most active, with Vietnam actually catching up with regards to the intention to invest. So these would possibly be the potential markets in Southeast Asia to keep an eye on. Next up, let's move on to our second category, which is digital finance. And we'll be debunking the following myths. The first would be that TikTok users are irrelevant for this category. And second, that TikTok users only care about promotions and discounts. So first up, the great news is that based on our survey, we see that TikTok users are keen adopters of digital finance products, with 81% saying that they're confident in keeping up with the latest trends in digital finance. And this is something that's really important as there's constantly new features and products that's being rolled out in this space. Not only that, our users are active in using digital finance products, ranging from credit cards, BNPL, digital payments, or even personal loans. And this is definitely a really relevant and warm audience for this category. And in busting the second myth, while cashbacks and rewards are enticing, from our study, we see that TikTok users value data security and convenience amongst others when it comes to selecting their digital finance provider. So apart from running discount-driven campaigns on TikTok, perhaps you can also consider having an always-on campaign to highlight some of the key benefits and drive users down the funnel. So let's just take a look at this video as an example.
Are you afraid to shop online because of payment scams? Well, good thing, Sure Casa Lazada does it. It's safe to pay online with Lazada's payment card. Whether it be Lazada Wallet, GCash, credit or debit card, video installments, or cash on delivery, Sure Casa Lazada. So what are you waiting for? Just add to cart, go to checkout page, select your payment options, and choose.
All right, and while they are not exactly a finance app, I think this is a really good example of a brand giving users a peace of mind by highlighting security and protection when it comes to making digital payments. And next, based on our study, we also observed that our users love digital payments, and here are some of the top players according to our results. But just a quick disclaimer that this list is non-exhaustive and some brands were actually not included. But what we wanted to highlight over here is how our users use a broad range of payment providers. For example, there are global brands like PayPal, regional brands like Shopee Pay, GrabPay, as well as local players in each market. And given that our TikTok users in Southeast Asia are open to trying new payment providers, we do see a huge potential over here for all types of payment brands to reach and convert new users on TikTok. All right, and so now we'll move on to our third and last category, insurance. And we'll be debunking the myth that TikTok users do not plan for the future. So contrary to the notion that TikTok users are YOLO and carefree, it's interesting to note that 82% have expressed interest in insurance content. And on average, 17% of the monthly salary actually goes into insurance product. And this goes to show how serious our users are in planning for the future. And I think let's just show a little clip from this TikTok video to give you an example of the content on our platform.
Yo, whatever you do and no matter how you see this, please get health insurance. Thanks in advance.
Yes, this is a real bill for $536,000 for a procedure I had in June. This is for pheochromocytoma surgery, a nephrectomy of the right kidney, and getting my vena cava remade.
You can stop here.
Let me show you what exactly.
All right, so in this TikTok, this user is trying to share his personal experience as well as to emphasize the importance of getting health insurance. So this is what he has been sharing on his this video. So let's move on to the next slide. Right, so based on our study, we also observed that there is a distinct focus in each market when it comes to insurance products. So while some insurance products like life insurance, hospitalization, or savings plans are popular across in all markets, we did identify some nuances. For example, how our users in Philippines actually place more emphasis on housing insurance, while our users in Indonesia, they focus more on retirement planning. And auto insurance, on the other hand, is a big market, is a big one in markets like Thailand and Vietnam. So over here, it's just pretty important to cater your messaging according to the focus as well as the needs of your audience. So to summarize the key takeaways, firstly, we're seeing more people in Southeast Asia going digital for traditional banking and financial services. And as we shared earlier, TikTok users are huge adopters of digital finance products in general. Secondly, we're seeing decision-making for finance products shifting away from traditional research to being more social-driven. And we have witnessed together how TikTok is able to drive discovery, inspiration, and purchase across the different finance categories. Lastly, relevance is key. So make sure that you understand and address your audience's needs, whether it's down to the key benefits that they value or the product and motivation behind that so that you can reach and convert your users. So with that, let me end off my session with another poll just to get a quick sense check of perhaps, what was the area that you found perhaps the most relevant or to your business or most interesting to you. Okay, let's give a couple of seconds. It's really interesting. I think it's pretty even in terms of the responses that we're getting at the moment. All right, perhaps another 15 seconds more. All right, thanks so much for participating in the poll. I think it's pretty even overall, and I hope you enjoyed this section. So with that, thank you, and let me pass the time on to Gina.
Thanks, Alyssa. So I'm Gina, the product marketing manager at TikTok, so Southeast Asia. So today I'll be talking about what are some of the strategies to succeed on TikTok. Now that we have a better understanding on the finance trend and debunk some of the myths, so in the next section, I will touch on 3 different elements that actually help you set up for success on TikTok. So first up, we have educate and excite. So our users to actually help you accelerate your brands and product discovery. So based on a study, our TikTok users in SEA are actually looking for finance content. They are informative, useful, creative, and fun. So essentially a blend of educational content and that is presented in an entertaining way. So on TikTok, this is also better known as edutainment. So do keep that in mind when you're planning on your content to actually help you get the maximum impact from your audiences. Next up, we actually have we will touch on a big one, which is trust and safety. So this is especially so in the finance industry, where it's imperative that users perceive your brand as a trustworthy and safe before they even choose to engage. So the number one tip is to be authentic, which is what TikTok stands for. So speak to your audience in a way that you can actually easily relate to. And relating with this is to actually avoid any clickbait titles, as people don't like to be misled. While keeping your content entertaining, be sure that you balance your tone of voice in a serious or professional way with a sprinkle of humor, making sure that your audience take home the key message apart from the fun elements. Lastly, experimental is key. So don't be afraid to actually try out new content format or new ways to engage your audience. We'll actually share more creative examples in our finance section, so stay tuned to that. And thirdly, we also like to share how you can actually convert with ease with our TikTok suite of our ad solutions. So we have a family of ad solutions that actually can help you leverage on key moments, keep your audience engaged through always on auction campaigns, and also turning this engagement into purchases. So by constantly creating organic content and engaging creators from our community, you can actually build on brand love. And by supporting this with our always on in-feed ads such as reach and frequency campaigns to help you maintain your share of voice on the platform, and also regular app install campaigns to keep your user engaged. Using retargeting and ad optimization, ad event optimization, you can also help to increase purchase intent and transaction frequency from your audience, and so drive higher transaction value through our value optimization product for your VIP customers. Of course, not to forget the various key moments that can actually be the top of mind of your user by dominating the premium inventories that we have through top view and top feed, getting quality leads through leads generation, and also increase consideration through our TikTok instant pages. In the next few slides, I will take you through these ad solutions and some key studies on how they can actually help you achieve your business objective. So first up, we have top view. So top view is actually a premium video ad format that actually showcase your brand immediately when users open TikTok. It's a 5 to 60 seconds auto video play format with like the first 3 seconds in full screen format, and it will transit seamlessly into an in-feed format. So you are able to actually purchase this placement at 100% share of voice to actually help you maximize your brand presence during the key moments. Next, we have reach and frequency buying, which is also known as RNF, which is an in-feed auction format that gives you advanced planning with predictable outcomes, such as reach or impressions, and on different various targeting settings. So you can actually leverage on this innovative like branding features such as interactive add-ons that can be used together with our RNF campaigns to constantly keep your audience engaged as an always-on strategy for your brand. Currently on open beta, we have Top Feed. Is a premium placement for RNF that encompasses all the properties of RNF campaign, as well as being the first in-feed ad to be shown in the user session to help you stay the top of mind, especially during key moments. Next up, following with that, we have actually TikTok instant pages where brands can fully customize their page to showcase their brand messages, product details, and benefit to actually help drive the user down the marketing funnel, all within the TikTok app itself. So using this during key moments and as a form of retargeting can actually help you increase consideration. Here's an example on how Bill is, a finance client in the Philippines, used TikTok instant pages to actually help drive more than 600 in-app applications and saw a 75% lower cost per action as compared to their past campaign. Other than TikTok instant pages, we also have lead generation. Is a way to actually help you gain quality leads from users who have signaled their interest in your product or services, especially during key moments when your audience are highly engaged. It also can be used as a form of retargeting to actually drive your audience down the funnel. I have mentioned in the previous slide, if you don't mind going to the next slide, please. Yeah. So as I mentioned in the previous few slides, we can actually make use of retargeting to help you drive your user down the funnel. So with TikTok app retargeting, you can actually help create a dynamic user segment based on the app, the user's in-app behavior to re-engage quality users to maximize your ROI. So with that, to further drive that full funnel objective on TikTok, we do offer other solutions that can actually optimize for your objective. So for example, if you're an app advertiser, mobile app install optimization can actually be used during always on campaign to help you optimize your ads to users who are more likely to install your ad, optimizing your cost per install. Next, using ad event optimization, you can actually reach users who have a higher chance to trigger a specific event. I'm sorry, if you don't mind going back to the previous slide. Such as, so you can actually help to trigger like reach user who will have a chance to trigger specific events such as like registration or purchase, hence improving your cost per action and increase your purchase intent. Lastly, to further improve your ROAS, you can actually use value-based optimization to actually reach your users who are more likely to have higher conversion or purchase value. So next, here's an example. Next slide is an example on how you can actually use conversion through ad event optimization with retargeting to help you drive better ROAS. So you can actually identify existing installers through ad flyer and apply audience exclusion to reach quality audience in this case. So Bukawara, a fintech company in Indonesia, who had first used a mobile app install objective to drive ad install and shift over to ad event optimization, saw a 57 times increase in acquisition of ad event and also a 77% lower in CPA. Sharing another case study, we have Bibit, a robo-advisor service investment platform from Indonesia as well, had used VBO, which is value-based optimization, to help find an audience and acquire high-value users who are likely to actually maximize their value they generate on the app. So advertisers saw a higher ROAS and actually generate a higher value per purchase as compared to the past campaign. So in summary, some of the key takeaways on the strategy to succeed on TikTok actually encompass of these three elements. First, you need to educate and excite your audience with edutainment, which is the key for finance content on TikTok. Next, you need to ensure your audience perceive your brands as trustworthy and safe by striking a balance between humor and authenticity. Lastly, convert at ease with our suite of ad solutions to achieve your various business objectives. So before I end off my session, here's a quick poll to help us understand which ad solution are you most keen to try out. You can actually select more than one. We are really keen to know which of the products that you are really keen to know more about. So we do have some answers coming in. We'll give everyone another 15 seconds. All right, interesting results we are seeing from the poll. So actually to learn more about our ad product offering, you can reach out to our respective TikTok representatives to know more. So with that, I will hand the time over to Jasmine. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Jasmine from TikTok Creative Lab. I'm super excited to be here today to talk about creativity on TikTok. And surprisingly, finance is where we are seeing an incredible amount of engagement, learning, and creativity. So what was seen as, a serious topic once upon a time has now become this empowering and fun way for many creators and users to kind of engage together. So let's dive in right now and explore how we can ride this new age of entertainment. So while content on TikTok can seem a little bit random and silly, there is definitely a method to the madness. Great brands on TikTok, particularly finance brands, would do well to build content according to these pillars. So the base pillar I want to take you through is called Educate and Excite, which Gina took us through just now, where users can spontaneously discover you on your For You page through your creator partnerships or your in-feed ads. So in this stage, you can hook audiences who are leaning towards financial content by establishing relatability. So instead of just a random ad, create content that makes your brand part of the user's everyday life. And I will show you some great examples shortly. The next pillar, which I could argue to be the most important, is to build the audience trust in your brand. Oh, sorry, that's the previous slide. Yeah. The next pillar, which I think could be most important, is to build the audience trust in your brand. TikTok plays a really huge role in user research, and that research is really about whether they can trust your brand, whether or not you are credible. So to drive that consideration, it's not enough for audiences to know you. They also have to trust you. So when building credibility as a brand, ensure your content showcases your commitment to user safety, customer service, and transparency. And finally, to drive conversion with TikTok customers, create content that helps your user convert with ease. So when you excite your audience and then they also trust you in these first two pillars, you want to make sure the process of engaging your services is as easy as possible. And sometimes this means being extremely clear about how to get started or making it rewarding to convert. So next slide, please. So yes, I now want to talk a little bit about some of the storytelling formats we can explore. With our creativity flourishing on TikTok, finance has this incredible playground to express itself. From straightforward to humorous, people are coming to TikTok to educate themselves on finance and finding ways to entertain others on finance topics as well. So edutainment is a huge hit with TikTok and crypto audiences who tend to be more open-minded about how they are learning about new topics. So first off, let's look at a how-to and a do you know type of content. So this type of content is generally really straightforward, easy to make, and easy to understand. So in this example, as you can see, the creator literally showcases like her going straight on the website via her phone and just showing how she gets her credit report done. Next slide. Oh, sorry, next, yeah. So the next one is a product showcase, which can help show off product USPs, really straightforward. And it's usually, I would say, in the later part of your creative funnel when you want to kind of drive conversions. So the next one is a slice of life type of content. And I would say this kind of content is really great in terms of TikTok native content. You know, people love to do tours of their houses, of their cars. Why not also do a tour and review of other products like their financial habits, the products that they use while they are at it. So next one. So this one is skits, which is really popular due to the ease of execution. So basically a lot of brands, they do work with creators to create kind of a one-person skit where it's instantly relatable and clear and very entertaining to boot. So as you can see, this kind of Q&A format addresses potential audience questions really quickly and instantly. And the last one would be animated banners. And I would say that this is kind of like the most familiar type of ad that we are all, that we see most often. They are certainly simple to make, but I would say on the TikTok, For You feed is not necessarily the most engaging. However, they are straightforward and they can convert lower funnel audiences. And with some creativity, you can make this type of graphic and visual banners entertaining as well. So next slide. So let's talk a little bit about the different categories and do a top line tour of these verticals and see how they are getting creative on TikTok. So we begin here with crypto and investing. So investing in crypto actually has become pretty mainstream over COVID-19, with content taking a more casual and humorous approach, right? So in the first example, in the educate and excite pillar, you can see it's a story time type of TikTok. So you can stand out as a brand simply by leading with storytelling that gets into the why of investing. Work with creators that talk about, why I got into crypto or why I got into investing and why it's so good for me as a person and why you should try it as well. For the second one is to give overall advice. So beyond product promotion, you can make content that your brand cares about, and also like to ensure that your
ang investment mo sa crypto. Number 1, research ng maigi yung napili mong crypto exchange. Number 2, alamin kung paano i-secure ng maigi ang iyong digital currency. Number 3, i-diversify mo yung portfolio mo sa iba't ibang coins. Number 4, mentally at emotionally mo i-prepare ang sarili mo sa volatility ng market.
Yeah, as you can see, super straightforward and easy to create, where the creator simply goes straight into talking about, some overall advice and tips he will give for people who are going into investing. And of course, in the final one, we have show and tell. So if you're going to take someone through your product, you want to make sure that, you take them through in a very kind of interactive and engaging way. And don't be afraid to be quite detailed in terms of how to use your product. Interestingly, on TikTok, people seem to really enjoy that kind of content. So next slide. So let's talk a little bit about digital finance, right? So in digital finance, we are seeing content ranging from aspirational to daily life. Digital finance can build relatability by tuning into the audience state of mind. So in this first example, which is a BNPL brand called Sezzle, they decided to create a TikTok that's really about possibilities, right? So show, don't tell, help your users visualize their aspirations via using your app or your service. So in this case, they showcase like, what life would be like if you settled it, life before Sezzle and life after Sezzle. So in the second one, let's play this TikTok first.
PayPal security tip. When you get a tip or receive a tip by using a personal PayPal account, your legal name will be shown to the other person. In order to stop this from happening, set up a PayPal business account. It's free and it's easy to do. And once you do that, you can input the streamer name that you'd like to use. This goes for people that also tip streamers as well. Happy streaming and watching!
So what's really cool about this TikTok is the personalization of the message. Like I think in this case, it's really going into your niche audiences, understanding that gamers and streamers also need, financial services, and using the creators in those sub niche audiences to reach the people who really matter, right? So consider your audience privacy and safety needs specific to what their interests are, and work with a creator in those niches. So in the final one is to show a key benefit of directly using the product. So for example, if the product is about smarter financing, explain why your product helps a person's daily life and also how to get started. So again, as you can see, there's a little bit more emphasis on how to use the product and how to navigate that. So for insurance, of course, this is a pretty hot topic because it does have certain common barriers to entry, and it's not necessarily a benefit that you can see immediately when you buy insurance, right? So in this case, we do advise skewing away from just, a boring, straightforward content, go straight into a storytelling or expert approach. So let's look at the first TikTok.
1 month ago, I was in a Guatemalan hospital with a $210 medical bill. 2 weeks ago, I submitted a claim to my travel insurance company, and today I just received a check for $210. Travel insurance. Don't travel without it.
So just make it personal by talking candidly about a situation that happened, with a creator, personal story about how insurance really saved the day. I think that is something that's very relatable to TikTok users as well. The second one is really simple to do. It's about debunking myths. So you can note some common barriers to entry within your audience and address them with the actual facts. And I think I've been seeing a lot of content on TikTok as well, where insurance creators who are almost insurance agents themselves, talk about, here are some 5 things I thought I knew about insurance that were totally wrong. And this kind of content is just really engaging for somebody who's considering certain insurance products. So let's look at the last TikTok here. So fast and so easy and so straightforward to do is to show this key benefit of directly using the product. So if the USP is really about convenience, how car insurance really helps you kind of get on the road sooner, safer, then just showcase how the app will lead directly to that benefit. Okay, so now I want to kind of talk a little bit about how finance brands can jump on trends, right? So the great thing about TikTok is that whatever vertical you're in, whether it's a digital banking all the way down to CPG brands, really, you don't necessarily need to stay in your lane. By understanding the key topics that your audiences are paying attention to, you can catch viral waves like #WipeItDown, or jump on an existing micro trend like #self-care. So Indodex jumped on a #WipeItDown trend that is popular with cleaning products like Kleenex. So this #WipeItDown trend was super, super popular with many CPG brands. But what I loved is that even though Indodex wasn't part of CPG, they are really a finance brand as well. They jumped on it and made it their own. So let's have a look at this first trend.
Wipe it down. Wipe it down. Wipe it down. Wipe it down. Wipe it down.
Extremely cool when you consider the #WipeItDown has over 10 billion views. Really great way for them to jump on new audiences and introduce themselves to people who may not be thinking about finance. So the second one is in the case of Atome. I feel like they excel with their always on content because they tend to reference popular topics among their target audience. So #self-care is actually a really huge subculture on TikTok as well, over 20 billion views. And what Atome did really well is identify that perhaps wanting to reach a certain type of audience, they created content in this hashtag. So let's have a look at this one. The amazing things you can do with Atomi. So that really are two great examples of how creativity can flourish on TikTok. And I hope this got you excited to try new approaches. So next slide. So I think a lot of the questions we get is, how do I get started? Where do I go? How do I find out about trends? If you're interested about trends, if you're interested about best practices and finding out what's the trending hashtags in whatever market or vertical, you can go straight to TikTok Creative Center. We have the link here, or you can Google it. We also have a TikTok for Business website where you can simply go there to look at what ad solutions we have. And of course, if you want to educate yourself further, go on to TikTok Ads Academy, kind of get yourself acquainted with the different types of TikTok solutions we have and kind of make yourself the expert of TikTok. And of course, if you want to work directly with creators, we have Creator Marketplace, really great place for your business to sign up and then work directly with creators as well, in terms of monetizing as well. So with that, I'm really excited to just send this back to Amar to take it to panel.
Thank you so much. Thanks Ajit, Alyssa, Gina, and Jasmine for a fantastic sharing and really kind of conveying the information on strategies and tips of creating native finance content on TikTok. To continue the session and also the last part of today, I know there's already been a lot of information and I'm sure there's a lot to unpack after this session. But I would like to invite everyone to stay tuned to the final part of the webinar. And we do have a panel discussion with the participation of 4 industry speakers and also current partners of TikTok. So for the panel discussion today, we are really excited to have 4 guests from Southeast Asia leading brands and agency joining us. And just let me introduce them very quickly. We have Miss Suki Lin, Senior Director, NativeX, a mobile marketing agency and a close partner of TikTok. We have Tun, First Executive Vice President from Marketing from Siam Commercial Bank based in Thailand. We have Andri Wijaya, Head of Marketing from Flip, a leading payment remittance platform in Indonesia. And Ms. Vanji, who Vice President Marketing from Atomi, a leading buy now, pay later player within Southeast Asia today. So without further ado, let's meet them. So maybe we'll start with Suki, Tun, Andri, and Vanji for a very quick self-introduction.
Sure, thank you. So hi everyone, I'm Suki. I'm the Senior Director for APAC region at NativeX, where we provide a customized performance strategies and solution to empower the brands and business growth in the regions.
Tun, over to you. I think we can't hear you. Are you on mute?
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
Yeah,
I'm Sutiripan, First Executive Vice President of Siam Commercial Bank, SCB. We are based in Bangkok, Thailand. And we are a universal bank looking after 17 million customers across the country. All right. And I've been working with the SCB for 6 years already.
Andri, over to you.
Everyone, my name is Andri. I'm the head of marketing of Flip. We are the leading peer-to-peer payment company in Indonesia.
Hi everyone, this is Vanji from Atomi. Atomi is the leading regional buy now pay later brand, and we are already available in more than 10 markets in Asia, and also supporting and serving the success of more than 10,000 merchants. Nice meeting you all.
Thanks so much, everyone. So let's get straight into it. The first question I wanted to ask all of you is, what is one of the leading marketing or consumer trends that you've observed within the finance industry over the last 2 years, especially within the current market circumstances that we were all in the pandemic? If we could just start in the same flow from Suki, Tun, Andri, and Vanji, that would be fantastic.
Okay, thank you. So what we have observed in the last 2 years is that there are growing requirements for digital financial services for both individual consumers and business in the region. So let's talk about consumer market. So with COVID-19 pandemic, it has certainly accelerated their adoption of fintech solutions, and it decreased the usage of cash significantly. So the digitalization of financial services is that already providing a very simple, convenient, and secure transactions and a higher functionality application at lower cost. So for business-wise, since 2018, companies moving towards trends to provide like a digital financial services, for instance, are microfinance for small media enterprise and self-employers. So financial providers can apply a big data methodology to attend deeper insight into business earning, consumer review, and other data to determine the creditworthiness of their business and individual. So to a quick sum up, so fintech has been growing a staggering pace in the last few years. The industry driven by innovative mobile-first companies that attract massive investments in the regions.
Okay, and for me, since I've been in charge of all the products and services, financial product services from one of the largest banks in Thailand. So I think we clearly saw digital media have been playing a critical role in the marketing for almost every aspect of business, especially after the pandemic. We see it quite a big impact to our marketing team. This is not only true for the typical consumer financial products such as loans. When they were in need of cash, they turn to their mobile phone to look for their loans. And when they are looking for card products that will match their lifestyle, they try to search for opinions or reviews or comments from our influencer and people around them. We also include sophisticated products such as investment and insurance, or even business banking solution into the digital mix as well. So we kind of broadly use digital media in our products across the company. The main purpose of digital marketing is that to capture intents such as search, and also we track their interest through their hashtags, and last but not least is to be a part of their behavior with a highly accurate targeting algorithm. But recently our company moving towards the data-driven mindset. So we utilize our PII data to acquire user for our digital platform. We are not only working on the financial product, but we also have the digital platforms, the digital mobile banking apps, health apps, or even we launch food delivery apps in Thailand as well. And even investment app become popular nowadays. So we use our first party data to find them on digital media platform, rather use the third party data, because third party data nowadays is very expensive and too generic to find potential customers. So, and this is proven to be a great success for us. Last but not least, digital marketing is also learn about how to leverage the content, especially the consumer generated content as well. And we are moving towards this multiplying factor for our marketing dollars, because we use the platform, the social media platform, to find the way to engage with the audience at scale. And now we have TikTok with us for the last 2 years already.
Over to you, Andre.
So actually, I think in the past 1 or 2 years, I think COVID-19 pandemic has fast-forwarded digitalization, especially in Indonesia, including the financial sector. Like especially in Indonesia, those mobility restrictions has resulted in most of the banks closing their own branch account, right? Which really benefiting us as a P2P payment platform in Indonesia, because and then that's where we got this boost on our customers actually. And yeah, I think I can sum it up. So I think in the past 1 2 years, digitalizations is really being boosted by this COVID pandemic. Amar.
Benji, last but not least.
Yeah, so I do agree COVID changes the context, but I think some of the human natures never change, right? I will give 3 keywords: diversity, flexibility, and inclusion. So diversity in terms of embracing more choices. I think, every consumers, especially young generations, they want to adopt more omni-channel solutions, more brand choices, and even like more payment options, right? Number 2, about flexibility. The young generation of consumers, they value the flexibility to manage their budget, to maximize the rewards, promotions, and also, keep it simple, easy, and transparent to use. And number three, about inclusion, right? I think in terms of number one, in general, the way consumers express themselves, right? It's not only about payment solutions, not only about fintech, it's about everything in the life. And number two, the way consumers pursue their own lifestyle, leveraging all the available financial solutions. So on payment solutions, consumers also needed a way to buy and shop and manage their budget at the same time. Yeah.
Thank you, panelists. I think the common denominator for all of you is definitely digital and going online, mobile first with that personalization. And that will also then lead me to my next question, which is sort of the strategy of how what you've adopted on TikTok that has helped you achieve your marketing objectives. So maybe for this question, I would love to hear from Andre and Benji, because you guys are advertisers on the platform. So Andre, if we could start with you in terms of sharing with the crowd today, what has helped you really scale on the platform, and then you pass it on to Benji as well.
So actually, I think Flip is one of the early adopters of TikTok advertiser solution in Indonesia, actually, right? And actually, we are already been there, like testing everything. But actually, the one thing that we felt really beneficial in us growing our user base is that we try to follow this full funnel strategy from TikTok, where we start from the awareness and then to conversion to install, retargeting those who already interacted with our content. And then also not only stopping until they do their first transaction or so, but we're also trying to ensure how can we retain those users that we already acquire through TikTok. And I think there's a full funnel strategy from the awareness until the retention or the loyalty is being built. I think that's where I can say that we really help us in achieve our marketing objective, I think.
So, and Benji, over to you. Yeah.
I think along the way, all the marketeers want to build a big brand. But in Atomy, we believe that we need to engage consumers in the way and at the place they are, right? If take TikTok as an example, we never say adapt a big idea into the platform like TikTok, but we co-create and also co-create with the TikTok team and also co-create the engagement with the consumers on the platform. Right. So every time we engage TikTok, actually in the very early stage of the campaign creation and also design the campaign in TikTok platform, in TikTok way. So leveraging the expertise of the TikTok team and also content lab, etc. Right. Also, number two, I think we basically design the specific mechanics according to TikTok platform's feature. For example, the joy is very important. I attended a panel before, so we talk about the create a joy in the brand campaign, which is very crucial. I think we always follow these principles so that on TikTok, we can also achieve the marketing objectives on building awareness, engagement, and also leading to the conversion. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Andre and Benji. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. What we've gone through is around a full funnel strategy, right from awareness all the way down to loyalty, but at the same time making sure that content is adapted and curated for TikTok and not just repurposed from where you get it from another platform or anything of that sort. And that's where you really drive the maximum engagement. So really awesome to hear that. And just sort of picking up one element of what Benji, you mentioned about creative, which is obviously then leading to my next question, probably to Suki now and to Tun as well. Maybe could you share with the participants today around your experience in creating TikTok style ad content? We've heard a lot about sort of how to create or how to curate content on TikTok, but we all know it's a bit more difficult than initially expected because it's a very brand new format in terms of video first, vertical, sound on. So Suki and Tun, maybe you guys could share some tips on what you've done on the creative front to really drive the results. Suki, we'll start with you and then we'll pass it on to Tun.
Sure. I think first of all, it's very important to understand the nature of the business. So just give an example that the clients that we are working with in Indonesia. So it's a microfinance mobile business provider. So for this client, we have created two kinds of short form video. One is narrative advertising. So what we did is we hired a local talent to introduce the product feature and a unique selling proposition of the product in local language and associate with the local culture with the outfit and setting. Yeah. So and the other one, actually, we are leveraging an KOL storytelling metrics. So the storytelling is based on the real life scenario in which we are having two influencers to talk to each other about the financial issues, followed by how this product can resolve these issues. And the answer, how, the tips to drive a successful campaign. So we always do A/B testing to establish what the content works the best for the advertiser and optimize towards the business objective, like including reach, video view, traffic, and conversions.
Thank you. And Toon, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Ahmad. For me, since our marketing functions, this is large function looking after every product of the banks and all the segments across our target groups. So first and foremost, we have to SCB sees TikTok as a community where people come together to share in a unique and authentic way. So this is the spirit of working with TikTok. So we borrow this spirit to create engaging contents by our own staff. Okay, if you look at the channel, TikTok channel of SCB, you see so many people in the channel. I can guarantee you that everyone is our employees, and they have ability and right to share ideas and take part in the video productions, the crews and talents and everything. So we are pretty much displaying our creativity and authenticity through this channel. And the showcase of the contents that we are producing is about daily life, allow financial literacies, answer common questions that we receive from the customer services, and make sure that this includes trending helpful topics, hashtags, and popular music in our video as well. Currently, we've been working with this channel since 2021. It's just a year before. And up until now, we have proudly grown from 0 to 523,000 followers with 2 million likes and 15.4 million total video views. It's quite amazing and pride for us. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thanks so much, Suki and Toon. And it's really amazing to hear the test and trial experimentation style that you adopt on TikTok, and that growth on the platform is really amazing. And I hope the participants today will take away what we've shared and really kind of try it on your own as well. I think the last question, and I just want to keep it short for each participant, key focus area this year. If you could just give me a quick 20 to 30 second answer around what's your key focus area this year to share, and how do you see that coming up on TikTok? Suki, Toon, Andri, and Benji, let's go in that flow.
Okay, I think hyper personalization, right? Because the consumer in Southeast Asia is becoming highly sophisticated and tech savvy. So especially for the new generations, right, they expect a seamless integration of financial services into their daily life. So to meet this demand, our financial service providers, need to switch from the product-focused delivery and look into like consumer journey from a more human-centric perspective and offer a more personalized experience and solution to the consumers.
All right, and for me, very briefly, since SCB is an established brand in Thailand, so I think we are determined to use TikTok to create our brand love amongst the Thai population. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think from Flip, actually, we are still new in the market, like that's already crowded with all these fintech company. So actually our focus this year, and I think for so many years in the future, we'll be focusing on our users growth.
Yeah, so for Atomy, as a operator platform, we are bridge between the merchant and the customers, right? So for merchant, the focus for us is build a better platform that can create the joy together with merchants, no matter in the app or even in the platform like TikTok, which can also drive commercial success together. And then for users, for the customers, we want to deepen the with the millennial and Gen Z, where they are, especially like on the TikTok, we want to navigate their passion points and also the communities so that we can build an aspirational lifestyle and enable them to achieve that.
It's great to hear that all participants shared their goals and TikTok is somehow part of that strategy. So really, really heartening to see that. And I think to the participants that are left, I just want to say something. So this part is not rehearsed. We didn't rehearse this, but panelists, if I can just ask you to shoot off one word around your experience so far with working with the TikTok team. Just one word, no one sentence. We'll start with the same flow. So Suki, starting with you, please go on. What's your experience been working with TikTok?
One word, excited.
And for me, it's fun.
Andre, you're on mute.
Actually, my word is the same, fun.
My word always appears.
Sorry, I think we lost you there. What's your word again? I think your connection must have cut off, Benji, but we hope it's along the words of exciting and fun as well. But that being said, hey, thanks a lot, Suki, Tun, Andre, and Benji for sharing all these great insights and best practices. And we hope this overall session has given everyone great inspiration to your next campaign success on TikTok. As a last note, I would like to summarize some key takeaways from the sharing of 4 guests today, which help benefit your marketing strategy on TikTok. So TikTok is not only a platform with content creators and entertainment, but also a platform that can help you promote brands and products and achieve your overall business goals. Creatives are, at the end of the day, one of the keys to success when investing in TikTok marketing campaigns, and with the right creatives and content, you can achieve unexpected achievements and results on our platform, as Tun mentioned, with that 500,000 count of followers in 1 year. And when people think of TikTok, they think of trends. So when people want to follow the trends, they push the trends, eventually they think of TikTok. Once again, thank you everyone for sharing and joining our session today. We hope you had a great time and have uncovered new insights and useful strategies moving forward. Here is the QR code where you can leave us your feedback, questions, and your emails if you'd like us to reach out to you. The presentation recording will be made available on TikTokunboxed.com website from tomorrow onwards, so keep a lookout for that. And last but not least, again, appreciate your time and attention, and we are looking forward to welcoming you in our next Unboxed session. From me, Amar, panelists, and the rest of the TikTok team, have a great day ahead and appreciate your time today. Thank you.